Hi there, and welcome to AutoKept. In this video, we're going to cover a quick overview of the web portal and then how to submit things into the system. Over on the top left corner, we're going to see the sponsor's information. We're going to see their logo, their firm name, their phone number, and their email address. Below that, we're going to see the navigation for all the pages in the system. Currently, we're going to be taken to the dashboard page when we first log in. Up at the top, we're going to be able to see a Search All Documents navigation. So at any point, we could type out anything into the search bar, and we're going to search for the documents in our system with that. We're going to see our name here. We're going to see some important stats, which shows us our number of uploads in the system, the number of shares that we have sent through our mobile app. We're going to see a nice graphic here of how many uploads we've had over time for the past 4 weeks. A total number of uploads that we've sent in this year, a total number of uploads that we sent in last month. And then over on the right hand side, we're going to see an activity feed. So every time that we do send something into the system or we do share the app, we'll see that activity over here. So we can quickly just look through our recent activity feed and find something that we had sent in the system. Up in the top right corner, we're going to see our profile page and the sign up button. In the profile page, we can do a couple of important things. We can update our information, and then we can also change our permissions. The permissions panel is pretty important. It's going to show us what we had said, yes or no, to the question of if we allow this particular accounting firm to view our documents. So if we say yes here, then the accounting firm can see our documents. If we say no here, then the accounting firm cannot see our documents. And then the last option is we can update our email address or our password at any point just by clicking on this button. We will need our current password in order to change this information. So if we wanted to update our email address, we would change that and then put in our current password, click submit. Or if we wanted to update our password, we would enter in our current password, create a new password, confirm the new password, and click submit. The next page in our system is our documents. Over here, we'll see a list of all the documents that we've sent into the system. We'll see a grand total, so anything that is in the filtered results, we'll see that accumulated total here. And then on each row, we'll be able to see the image, the date, and the fields that it had collected. So in this example, we had spoken into the app. I just purchased paper from Walmart for $10 on my Visa card, and in the backend database, it had automatically taken the keyword Walmart, placed it into the payee, $10, placed it into the amount, and Visa, and placed that into the payment method. We'll see the grand total number of documents on the right hand side there that's in the filtered results. And then as soon as we do start making some selections, we'll see how many of those that we have selected. Once we do make some selections, the actions drop down will appear, and we can either export the data, which will generate a CSV file with the information in a spreadsheet. We can download the actual image files. So when we do the download, it's going to generate those as PDF documents, and it's going to create a zipped folder with all of those PDF documents inside of it. And we can move any documents to trash if we'd like to delete it. If we did want to edit any information that we see here, maybe we had captured the incorrect amount, we could just click on the image thumbnail here, and that'll pop up a details page where we can actually change the information. And then we also give you some easy to access sorting features. So if we want to sort by date, we can at any point click on all documents to get to all documents in our system. But we can also click on last year to see documents from last year, any documents this year up until today, last month, this month up until today. And then we also give you a custom date range here to filter documents. And then the last way to filter documents is just by typing anything in here. So let's say we search for all documents last year, then we can start filtering out those documents by typing anything in this bar right here. The next page is refer an accountant. So if you did happen to know an accountant that might find this system of value for them and their clients, you could just type out their name and email address here and click send, and that will send this email off to them so that way they could learn more about the system. And the last page is the trash page. And we have two options that we can do with these documents. Once we select the documents, then we can go to the actions drop down and either recover the documents, so that way they get moved out of the trash bin back into our documents, or we can permanently delete it. And if we click permanently delete, we'll get another pop-up that just wants to verify that we're not going to be able to recover these documents once we click delete. So we can decide to permanently delete it, or we can cancel. And that's a brief overview of the web portal side of things. Now we're going to look at the mobile app and see how to actually submit things into the system. So this is what the mobile app will look like once we actually have it installed on our phone. We can click the login button and go ahead and sign in. And then once we sign in, we take a picture, talk into the app, and then submit it. So the app is literally a 3-step process. We take a picture, talk, submit every time we use it. When we do log in though for the first time, we'll be able to see the sponsor's information. So we'll be able to see their logo, their profile picture, any information that they had typed out here. We'll be able to see a link to their website. We'll be able to call them by clicking the phone button, and we'll also be able to send them a quick email by clicking the email button. Now as soon as the app asks to tell us about the transaction, we just start talking about the transaction. And we could say something like, I just purchased paper from Walmart for $10 on my Visa card. And then you'll notice that it will translate that speech into text, and it'll plop it in the description box here. Then we can go ahead and click submit. The last pop-up that we'll see will give us 3 options. Either we can submit another, which will take us back to the camera, and where we can take a picture, talk, and submit another transaction. We can access the database if we wanted to go into the database on a mobile view of it. Or if we're done submitting, we can simply just click exit app. Now you'll notice some other buttons down at the bottom here. We have a microphone button, so if the speech to text ever cuts us off, we can click the microphone button to start talking again. A sign out button if we ever wanted to sign out of the app, and then also a share button. Once we click the share button, we can type out a friend's phone number here and click share app, and that will send them a text message showing them how to install and use the app. And that's all there is to it. Once we go back to our dashboard and we click refresh here, we'll see that we had another upload sent into the system, and then we can go into the documents page in order to see that document and edit it from there if we needed to, or export it or download it. That's a brief overview of how to use the web portal and how to use a mobile app. As a client user of the system, you'll most likely mainly be using the mobile app, where you'll just be opening the app, taking a picture, talking about the transaction, and then submitting it into the system. If you did have any questions or feedback, you could always give us an email at support@autokept.com. Again, that's just support@autokept.com. Thanks.